So these are the new wind-on leaders from Black Magic Tackle, and today I'm going to show you how we're going to set these up. So I'm a big fan of wind-on leaders when game fishing because it means you can get that game fish in those final stages of the fight within gaffing range, and you have a lot more control when you've got that wind-on leader on the reel. The other thing you can do is, if you're running a nice long wind-on, run your lure leader slightly shorter, or your bait leader, and it means in those final stages when you've almost got that big fish next to the boat, all you have to do is step backwards. The person on the rod has to step backwards, and you can get that fish within gaffing range without having a third person required to sort of get a hold of the leader and take wraps, and that's when things can go wrong, essentially. So it's pretty straightforward to set up these wind-on leaders. The main thing is you've got a Dacron loop on one end of it, and you've got to attach it to your main line. You do this via making a double in the main line. So I've done a plaited double, which is the knot there, but you can do a bimini twist, either works. So I'm going to pass the loop in the double or the main line through the Dacron loop, like so. Then we're going to bring the whole spool of the wind-on through. And what we're going to do here is we're going to put the double line back through the Dacron loop once more, like so. Pass this through the whole spool, and then we're going to pull it tight. But what you want to make sure is, when we pull it tight, you want to be holding the knot, holding the main line above the knot, so that it's going to be pulled on either side of the loop evenly. And we're just going to slightly pull it, I'll lubricate it a bit. And that's it. Now the wind-on's attached to the main line, and it's just a matter of winding the spool onto the reel spool. I've already crimped a snap swivel on the end of that, so that's ready to go. And that's the wind-on leader on the reel. So that's how it looks, and as you can see, when you've got all that here on the reel and you've got a game fish moving around here, all you got to do is you could clamp down on it or put your hand on the spool, and you can control that fish and stop it from pulling any more drag off or increasing drag pressure. And as I said, you just have to step backwards if you're running a short lure leader, and that brings the fish into gaffing range without having to have a really long leader and start to take wraps, which can essentially result in some mishaps right at that crucial stage of the fight.